Some people build their Jeeps to go off-road, while others only build them for the off-road look. Grab your bags and your tall shoes. Today, we're going mall crawling. So anytime we're doing a project like this, you know, where we're going with lift kit, more aggressive tire, more aggressive look, all this, that, the other, really we've got a couple different people that we're talking about. You've got the guy who's going to build it specifically to go off the road, and if he breaks something or gets it dirty, he doesn't really care. Right. And then there's the other type of person who will build it up, have a perfectly capable off-road vehicle, but never, ever plan on taking it off the road. What do you call those people?
We call those people the mall crawlers.
The mall crawlers. All right, that makes perfect sense. Now, I'm thinking that that's kind of we're working for a woman on this project, and that's pretty much what she is, right? But I think we can eventually talk her into going off-road.
Have you seen her?
No. I saw some really tall shoes.
She carries a dog in a Gucci bag and wears yoga pants. It's never going to happen. Never, ever see an unpaved road, bro. But you know what? It's still going to be a cool Jeep nonetheless.
Step number one for us today is this new LED light bar, this massive light bar that we got from Laser Star.
Yeah, what's an off-road vehicle to get that off-road look without having a cool light bar across the top? And this one, not only does it look cool, but man, talk about functional. This thing's going to put out a ton of lights, and it's Cree LEDs, what it utilizes, so they're going to be efficient and last forever. I mean, the life of these LEDs are like 50,000 hours, which is insane. And we're going to mount them with these brackets we got from the guys at Laser Star too. And these things really look cool. We got them black powder coated. Man, it's really going to change the whole look of the front of this Jeep.
They really do, man. They're going to lay in there nice and easy, and that makes installation a lot easier too. They even cut the logo in there. It looks nice.
That's cool. You all good?
Yep.
Man, good call on these brackets. They look good, and that couldn't have gone any easier. 6 bolts down here, 2 on the top, and we are done. It's just a matter of running a wire underneath the hood here. We'll put a panel in. We'll have an on-off switch, and these things will be ready to fire up.
You know, some people may use a light bar like this in the woods or on the trails or for hunting applications. This girl will be able to spot a sail from a mile away. Man, she's not going to miss a thing.
And she'll be able to do it underwater because these things are submersible.
That's a good point, because every time we work with these, we talk about the fact that you can submerge these underwater up to 50 feet, which is crazy. I haven't tested it that thoroughly yet, though. I think...
Would you go like 38?
37
You
feet.
chickened out.
Yeah, whatever. And they were still working like a charm, dude. They were fine.
Taying some fish?
Yeah. Everybody knows one of the best parts about owning a Jeep like this is the fact that you can roll down the road with the doors off, man. Wind blowing through your hair, it's all good.
Yeah, a little wind up your dress. Makes you feel alive when you're rolling down the road. You know, one with the elements. That's the only way to do it, bro.
It really does. You know, it's an interesting way of putting it. But here's the deal. This particular door with all of the power window motors and everything in it weighs 64 pounds.
Now.
So, yeah, dude, I'm going to tell you, it's a little bit heavy. So if you're going on and off and on and off all the time, it can get a little bit cumbersome. Here, we'll show you. Go ahead. Now listen,
Seriously?
Bruno used to be a world-class athlete like 17, 18 years ago. So
that was about, you know, what, 14, 15 years ago before you stopped idolizing me.
Well, you know, here, watch.
Right, it is a little heavier than I thought.
I know. See? Look, it's all fun and games so you try to put the door on. Let me sneak by. Hold on. Just hold that. Oh,
it's a little more cumbersome.
Now look, you've got to line these pins up right there over the holes,
fingers.
right? Well, no, you see, you got to get them both lined up at the same time. Boom, you got it. That only took like, what,
there we go.
3 minutes, right?
No brainer.
Nothing. Take a breath. It's all right. Listen, I've got an easier way that I want to show you about that. All right? Go ahead and take that door off and put it back over
serious?
there. Yeah, absolutely. No problem.
Why am I always doing the lifting around here?
Just get it out of my way, and I'm going to show you what's going on. Now, look, this is what I'm talking about. These are the easy-on door pin guides from American Outlaw Jeep Parts, and this little simple piece right here is going to make your life so much easier when it comes to putting that door back on. Watch what I do. I come down here to the top little guide, and I'm just going to run it up here on these threads, right? I'll run her all the way up until it bottoms out, and boom, that's on good. Now, if we take this door over there and we center this top part over the hole, that bottom part's going to slide right on.
All right, go for it.
Take a look. All right, come on, bring it back. I'm already over here. Yeah, I don't want to mess with your mojo, dude. You're rolling.
Killing me today.
When something's going good, I prefer not to mess with it.
Really aging quick.
Now watch this. Boom. That's going to line up right over the top, and the bottom lines right up. Look at that.
That's so much easier.
That really
Especially
was,
if you're
right?
carrying a dog and a purse over your shoulder.
A couple seconds versus a couple of minutes with a 64-pound door. Now, all right, one more thing. Go ahead and pull that door off and put it off to the side. I got one more thing to show you. This is the last time, I promise.
You serious?
Yes. Yeah. You
Last
got it.
time.
You don't have to work out later, though.
No,
You've got that going for you. Another thing that we got from the guys over at American Outlaw Jeep Parts are these mirrors, too, and these mirrors are pretty cool because look at this. You have to have mirrors in some states when you take the doors off, right? Boom, we tighten them on, money.
Talk about easy installation. All you've got is a set screw right here. They've got a rubber coating that'll protect the paint, so it'll help with vibration, any kind of scratching going down the road. And think about scratching, they've got a little Teflon tip on the end of the Allen set screw, so when you turn this thing down and lock it in place, not on you, back there,
right,
you don't have to worry about scratching up the paint. For once, it's not all about you. Hey, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we've got more work on this Jeep. Get out of there.
Oh, good, I'm just setting it up. Welcome back. Our next order of business is this interior carpet that goes all through the Jeep. We're going to replace it once we get these shoes out of the way. All right, that's cool. And we're going to do it with the Bedtred from Bedrug.
Now, you might be asking yourself, why would we go ahead and take the time and effort to pull all the carpeting out of this Jeep if it's not going to be an off-road vehicle? It never will be. There's a good reason. It's a Jeep. You got the doors off, you got the top off, you're getting wind, rain, all the elements inside here. Plus, it's a soft top.
Yep.
Yeah, you got any soft top on a vehicle and you've got any kind of heavy rain, you're going to get water coming through and getting in the carpeting. Here's a perfect example. She went to the mall, apparently. She got some shoes, some other stuff. It rained hard, and you've got water sitting in the back of the Jeep. Now, this isn't good. You can feel it actually starting to soak up like a sponge and travel throughout the carpeting.
And it stinks.
Yeah, if you had smell vision, you'd realize you really don't want this in here much longer because the mildew and must is starting to come through the Jeep. So we're going to replace it with something that's going to change the entire look and make it weatherproof. First thing we got to do is get the water out of the way.
All right, dude, it's all around the jack and everything.
All right.
I'm going to stand back. The Bedtred system goes in like a big puzzle. You've got all your pieces for the front right there and the pieces for the back right here. Now keep in mind they've also got them for the two-door models as well. What it is 1/4 inch polypropylene foam. You can take a look at it right here. It's resistant to water, mildew, staining. You're not going to have any issues with any of that. And it's also going to cut down on your road noise. Now, the whole idea here with this kit is to give it that sprayed-on look on the inside, but it's going to let you do that in a fraction of the time because you don't have to rip all the seats and everything out.
Now, you can't have an authentic looking off-road vehicle and drive around at stock factory height. So what we're going to do with this Jeep is give it a nice aggressive stance, but we're not going to go too high with it. The woman who owns the Jeep, you guys know the story, she's never going to take it off-road. It's going to be for highway use only. So rather than going 6 inches up, which is probably a little impractical for her to get in and out of it when she goes to the mall, we're going to go a 2.5 inch lift kit we got from the guys at Max Track Suspension. So, you know, what's nice about this kit is they give you everything you need. It's a complete kit. Now, a lot of the spacer kits you get out there, you get, well, 4 coil spacers and 4 shock extenders, and you're pretty much on your own. Not these guys. They give you everything. You got 2.5 inch coil spacers up front, 2 inches in the back. This way, you're going to get a nice even stance at 2.5 inches overall. You've got the bump stop extenders. You've got the brackets right here, which will drop your sway bar down 2 inches. You've also got your shocks, both front and back, as well as extensions for our brake line. So they give you everything you need, including the hardware. Now it's time just to go ahead and put all this stuff in. First thing first is to go ahead and get these old shocks out of the way so we can start putting some of the new stuff in. We get this bump stop extension in place.
All right, well, you need to run that down, but I got it in there for you.
All right.
So, good?
Yep.
I'm off to the back.
All right, we set the springs in. I can tighten everything down.
As far as the rear part of the suspension goes, very similar to the front, very easy, and it's all done. All we had to do, drop the axle down, right? And then we pull the spring out of the way, move the spacer up on top of the spring goes back in. You got the new shock right there. We've got our bump stop spacer. All I have to do is tighten that down, and this Max Track suspension system will be done. It looks great. It's easy to do. This is something you could do in the garage or, you know, in the driveway, whatever, and it's all made right here in the USA, which is very, very cool. We need to go to break right now, but when we come back, we're going to take this party and move it over here to the rear end. It's time to pick up where we left off on the 1967 project truck that we're doing together with LMC Truck. Now, last time we were here, we took care of that bench seat, that old one. We replaced it, made it look all brand new. Next up on the list are the seat belts. So you think about this, okay? Federal regulations didn't require seat belts in all trucks until July of 1971. So if you get a truck that was built in the 60s like this, it may or may not come with seat belts. Now, the good news is these retractable seat belts that we've got from LMC Truck are quick and easy to install. You may actually spend more time picking out the color. Now, we went all crazy because we've got that black bench seat in there. We're going to match it up with the black belts. And just thinking about this, wouldn't it be crazy to buy a modern vehicle with no seat belts? I mean, it kind of blows my mind. This 3-point retractable seat belt kit from LMC Truck will have 3 different mounting locations inside the cab. First, we go after the lower bolt hole on the floor of the cab. Because we already have the new carpet in place, we'll need to create a hole through the bottom carpet to make room for the bottom bolt. So we put some heat to a punch and let the tip of the hot punch burn through the carpet. This way, you don't have any leftover carpet frays as you push the bolt through the new carpet. Just repeat the hot punch process on the driver's side of the car, and now we can start mounting the buckle part of the seat belts in place. All the new hardware is included in the kit, and because these seatbelts are retractable, we'll install the mount for the shoulder strap to the floor first, then fully retract the seatbelt before we secure it into the top mounting hole. Once you tighten down the top bolt, clip the plastic cover over the bolt and go ahead and test out your new seatbelts. I mean, test out the buckles. Don't go get into an accident on purpose.
This tip is brought to you by LMC Truck. Restore, maintain, and customize your truck with parts and accessories from LMC Truck.
Hey, welcome back. We're going ahead and getting this Jeep prepped to do some serious mall crawling. Now, we put a lift kit on this thing, and in the lift kit itself came some extensions for our brake lines. But rather than utilizing the factory brake lines, we're going to go ahead and upgrade them with a company we work with all the time, the guys at Crown Performance. Now, these are a serious upgrade over the factory lines because they're much stronger. Now, you can see right here, here are the new ones, here are the old ones. One of the problems with the factory original lines is that you get volumetric expansion is what it's called. So when you step on the brake line, you'll get the line itself will push out a little bit, you'll get a mushy pedal. Not going to happen here. The reason why is because, first of all, these things can handle 4,500 pounds of pressure, which is a ton, more than you'll ever put to it with your brake pedal. The other thing is there's 5 layers of Kevlar and stainless steel reinforced versus the 2 in the factory line. Now, I've also got upgraded fittings right here, which are one-piece design, which are much stronger than factory. So all you have to do is you call the guys up at Crown Performance, and they will get you any color you want, as well as any sizes you want custom for your application, and they always take good care of us. Once we get the truck all on the ground, we can then top off our master cylinder and bleed the brakes.
All right, let's take a break from the mall crawler for a minute, right, and come take a look at this. This is the Hot Rod Grill. It's a must-have if you're really, really into vehicles. I mean, at the house, at the shop. Think about it. If you're at an automotive show and you're cooking on this, everybody's coming over.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get some props. I mean, you open this thing up, it is a full functioning grill. It's got an aluminum block, aluminum heads. The best part about it is when you're firing up this grill and you're cooking away, you can see the smoke coming out of the zoomies. That is the ultimate and cool.
And if that's not enough, baby, you got the spark plug corn on the cob holders. You can take your passion to an all new level with the Hot Rod Grill. Next up is this lower shock mount relocation bracket that we got from the guys at Nemesis. And this is for the Jeep JK. What it does is it moves the shock from its stock location here out here, thereby eliminating virtually all of the clearance issues with the shock.
Yeah, we're going 2 inches over and a half inch up, and that's going to give us a lot more room to bang stuff up out on the trails, run a larger shock body. Nice thing about this kit is it's something that the average installer like you and I can do in your own garage with the basic hand tools and a drill.
It's all about being able to utilize your vehicle to its maximum potential, and that's exactly what the guys at Nemesis want you to be able to do. This is the original stiction eliminator from Hotshot Secret. You see, if you've got an injector problem in your vehicle, a lot of people freak out. They're thinking, how much is this going to cost, right? Well, 9 times out of 10, it's not that that injector's broken or there's anything wrong internally. It's just that it's hung up. And now you've got to get it unhung up. I don't even know if that's a word.
Well, I know where he's coming from because it's a problem, you know, and it's a problem a lot of people have, and it costs them thousands of dollars time away from work. By simply pouring in Hotshot Secret Stiction Eliminator, you'll free up that stiction inside that injector, allow it to flow freely, and get your engine to run fine again. It's something that's easy to do, and a product like this can make your life a whole lot easier.
You know what's cool about the Stiction Eliminator and all the products from Hotshot Secret? They are built specifically to solve a problem, and these guys stand behind it. So I say go this route first and try this. It's a lot cheaper to solve your problem, but even if it doesn't, these guys will give you your money back. These are the Me Mojo protective cases from Ultimate Truck Gear, and they are designed specifically to look cool, which they do, and protect your iPhones and your iPhone 4s and 5s and iPads. They even have docking stations. I mean, they got everything. It's cool.
Yeah, they're cool looking, and they're strong, lightweight design. It's all billet aluminum. They've got a polymer edge here, and these things are going to give you the ultimate protection of your device.
You know what's cool is they even say that you could drive over your phone with one of these cases on it, and it'd be perfectly fine.
It's funny you say that because Matt went to lunch yesterday, so I did a little real-world testing on his phone. He left it behind, and right there is the truck that I ran over with it. Is that awesome or what? Look at that.
Actually, look at that. Not that I ever had a doubt, but for future reference, maybe you could run the idea by me, right?
Well, I didn't have any doubts either. That's why I used your phone.
Once again, it's the Me Mojo protective cases from Ultimate Truck Gear. Hey, it held up perfect.
That looks good, huh?
Does.
For more information about anything you've seen in today's show, check out gactv.com or visit our website at truckutv.com.
Welcome back. As part of our lift kit upgrade to this Jeep, we're going to put bigger wheels and tires on it. You know, the downside to bigger wheels and tires on a Jeep or any vehicle is it takes away some performance. It changes the gear ratio in it. Well, these Jeeps, as we all know, are a bit of a pig when you go to step on the gas. You know, they've got these little 6-cylinder engines, and they've got basically no get up and go. So what we're going to do is address that by putting in some new gears, some nitro gear and axle. Now, the Jeep comes with a 410 gear in it. We're going to up that to a 513, and what essentially that's going to do is give us some get up and go. When she hits on the gas pedal, this thing's really going to drive away. It'll take away some top-end performance, but she's not racing this thing. All she's racing is going from parking spot to parking spot at the mall. You know, so this will really make a big difference in terms of getting the Jeep to get a little more responsive off of a standing start.
One of the reasons we like working with nitro gear and axle is they put a lot of thought into their design. I mean, you take a look at this diff cover right here. It's pretty cool. It looks nice. It's going to take some abuse if need be, right? You've got the fill plug here, drain plug on the bottom, weep hole in the middle. I mean, it just makes it nice and easy to fill it up, maintain it, do whatever you've got to do. Here's another thing we want to think about are these axle tubes. Now, whether it's the Dana 30 or the Dana 44 or even the Dana 44 and the Rubicon, the axle tubes themselves are quite thin, and I'm talking about right here, this ring, right here. You can see that. Any significant impact, and that's going to bend, and it's a common problem. So Nitro Gear and Axle has the solution for this. They've got these inner sleeves, right, these tube sleeves, and they will go in on each side. We got the short one for this side, the long one goes in on the other side. You clean that out, you push that in, and basically you're getting this much more strength added to that on that axle tube, and it's going to make it a lot stronger. So should any impact occur when she's going crazy, it's going to hold up a lot better, right? So that'll be good. You never know when you're going to need it, but you got
never
this?
know. Yeah, I got it.
Right. All right, I'm out.
By myself.
Peace. Yeah, you got it. Call me.
Appreciate that.
No problem. Bruno, you mentioned the fact that we're going with a bigger tire, and this is going to be a really nice combination that you picked out. First of all, we got the Itoro Tires. These are the Trailblade MTs, big mud tire. I like these, and they're all going to be mounted up on these flat black wheels that we got from Rugged Ridge. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing, I think, gives us that look we wanted, you know, with the rugged look to it. But you know what? These aren't just about looks. These are the real deal. These tires are 8 and 10 ply construction. The sidewall itself is a 3 ply, which means it's going to be puncture resistant. It's extra durable.
Yep.
You know what? And it's got a really high load capacity because you never know how many shoes you're going to throw in the back of this Jeep.
It's a very good point. Now, let's talk design for a minute, right? Boom. I know, don't get nervous, dude. I'm breaking out the little knife, right? So this knife blade is pretty cool. Neat little knife, and a lot of the elements that went into the design of this also went into the tire. You take a look at that on the lug right there, put it down there to the side, and you can see that. So really, you know, I think she's going to love that because she's all about design.
Yeah, you know, it ties the whole thing together, bro.
It does. It does. All right. We need to get these on and get to the mall, right?
Yeah, I think there's some big sales coming.
Can't believe I just said that, actually.
Woo! Woo! You know it! Wheeling! Woo!
First time.
Yeah!
This is embarrassing.
Yeah! Woo!
This is odd. Oh, watch this. Watch this, Bruno. Mall crawling. Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
That's a mall crawl, dude. That's what she's going to be doing a lot of. We might as well test the vehicle for all her curb checks.
That's why we got those 3 ply sidewalls, bro.
It's a good thing.
When I say yoga, you say pants. Yoga?
Pants, right? Nothing? Man, dude. Woo! Mall crawling, dude. I told you it's fun.
You got to make your own fun. Here, watch this. I got one right here.
All right.
Right here. Watch this.
I'm bringing you in close.
Watch
Bringing you in tight.
Yeah! Woo!
Mall cop, 9 o'clock.
Oh, here's the spot right here.
Perfect. Whoa, 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 whoa. You gotta go. Hey, we're parking here. There's a big sale. Beat it. Beat it.
Yeah, you know it.
We're mall crawling. You might not have heard.
That just happened.
We got some shopping to